Okay, as we get started, I just want to make a quick announcement. It's advisement week, and so I posted this to the announcements. So you're probably trying to think, boy, I love computer classes and I want to take more computer classes. I'm probably going to be a computer major, right? There, and you want to do that. So you might, if you're a first year student, be with a Dignitas advisor and have talked to your Dignitas advisor on courses. And you probably looked at we have a schema for what courses you should take next. And that is good for like 75% of the students out there, so that's good. And you can follow that schema. But if you have questions about what courses you should be taking or stuff like that, feel free to talk to either Chris, the department chair, or myself about advisement. Like tomorrow, I have a whole day of advisement schedules open up, so you can click on here and you can go to advising appointments and just pick something tomorrow and stop by my office and visit with me. Or if you want, you can just do our normal. We have Zoom appointments. You can sign up for something like Sunday night or even tonight here and do that. So feel free to do that. We talk to a lot of students about courses, especially if you want to try to do something a little bit different. You want to double major. You want to do, go study abroad. Maybe you want to go to Ireland, something like that for a semester. Any of those options we want to maybe lay out your schedule in a little more detail here, talk to us and talk to me about that. So it's a good time to do that while you're figuring out what courses you should be taking. So also, if you don't want to, you can also just email me if you just have your schedule for next fall. You want me, just email that to me and say, does this look like a good set of courses? And I can, look those over too. All right. So we're going to try to do Docker today. Again, if you remember on, let me share this. Last Tuesday, we tried in the exercise to do some stuff with Docker, and we ran into problems. It turns out that the Windows subsystem for Linux needs to be updated on these computers there. So we're going to try that again today. Now that we know what the problem is. So we're going to go to lab 10 and open that up here. And again, we're going to try to do this for Windows. I brought the Pis down. I think we'll try to do the whole lab with Windows. But again, if we run into problems, we'll shift over and do it all on our Raspberry Pis. Because again, one thing nice about Docker is once you get Docker or Docker Desktop installed, you can run the same apps. You can do the same stuff in any environment once you have your Docker set up. That's kind of the reason for Docker is once you have it set up, you can grab any image and run it on your machine, hopefully. So we are going to do Windows here. We're going to try to run this WSL update. So I'm going to open up a command prompt. I'm going to open up PowerShell here because I've actually done this with the command prompt and haven't done it with PowerShell. I want to make sure it works with PowerShell here. So you can open up the command prompt or PowerShell. And again, I'm going to type in WSL space dash update to update the Windows subsystem for Linux there. And I've already done this on this machine to test it out. So it says mine's up to date. I'm not sure. I'm thinking I put in the IT request. I'm not sure if all your student machines are updated or not. Are they updated?
Yeah.
Good. All right. We like that. So then we're going to try to run Docker Desktop here. So we'll just run, and again, this is where we are running the problems, Docker Desktop. It should start up Docker Desktop now and not fail. So right now it's just starting up the engine. So it says engine starting, it shows this thing. So we just have to wait for it to start up there. And then once it gets started, it should be good. Okay. So now it should say, I've got a little green down here. The engine is running here. I've got my containers here that I've already installed. You might just have 1, 0, or none containers here. So we want to get to this point that Docker Desktop is up and running. So let's see if we get there. And then yep.
So we're trying to update it as the like a whole process for Windows service and username and password.
Let me look at that. I think so. Yeah, no. So what did you yeah, that's that when you were trying to do the updates? Okay. Well, now try to run Docker Desktop and see if that will work. It usually runs when it's trying to do an update, but again, I was able to do the upstate without being an administrative user on these machines. So again, see if you can get, we want Docker running like this here. Now, like I say, you can also run this on a Raspberry Pi, and in remote students, you're free to run this on any machine you want. You can run this on your Pi, you can run this on a Windows machine or Mac machine. Docker should be installed anywhere. So here is, let me see, where's my Raspberry Pi? So here's my Raspberry Pi. Again, I have gone over here that links to this install using apt. And there's these commands. I just copied these commands, pasted them in a window here, copied this command, pasted that in a window. That just does some setup for us. And then this note doesn't apply. Then I just ran this command, install the latest version, pasted that here for that. And then you have Docker Desktop. And in fact, this is actually our first step, is to run hello world. So again, we can do this in Raspberry Pi also. But again, we're going to try to just do it on Windows here. So the first thing to kind of check if this is running is we're going to try to download and run the hello world container for this. So we're going to type in or paste or type in this Docker space run hello world into our command prompt here. So here's our command prompt. I'm going to paste in that, copy that, and paste it in. Oops, here. And run that. So what it's first going to do is look and see, oops, not there. It's going to look on your Docker images and see if you have downloaded the hello world image. And it's probably not going to find it, and that's fine. So that's what the first thing it'll say, unable to find image hello world locally. So now it's going to pull the image here. It's going to pull the image. And so now it will be here. We'll download it to our computer here for us. And then I'll run that image for this. And this is just hello from Docker and tells us some information about Docker here. So this is, if you have this showing up, you know that Docker is running correctly on your machine. You want to take a picture of that and put it in your lab. So if you can't get to this point, call over one of us and we'll help you with that. So. Oops. I keep forgetting. That one doesn't work. So why don't you run a command? And it's open that command. Now it's pasted in there. Okay, so then you can see the air. Yeah, now it's doing it. Yeah. Oh, so you kept saying all this, so, hit cancel here. Cancel there, so, okay. Yeah, it looks like it's already right here. Okay, it's not going to go here and, yeah, and see, so this, and so if you go to this, just go on to the next step.
Yes.
Yeah. Go to this website, you should see that. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. We'll just take a screenshot of that, of this one, of that. So, for what? To read the instructions on the left. Okay, so. So you know where we're at? So we know where we're at. This is this. And it's that short, that was there. Okay, so now we're gonna go through this and update this. So now we're gonna sign up again. Yeah, you don't have, I mean, we just brought up the website. Right now, you don't have to click on any of those.
Okay, I should leave it there like this.
Just leave it like that. Sure, that looks good. Right. Okay, so again, once I've edited the, oops, where am I at? So once I've edited this website here, I want to copy it back. So again, I'm going back to my instructions here. I ran this to copy the index.html page from the Docker container onto my local file system. And now I'm going to copy it back here. So I'm going to run this, go back into my PowerShell or whatever, my command prompt in Windows, and run that again. You should copy it back to your web server. And then if I run this, I hit reload, it should show the new website for this, that you're running here. So again, remember, you can do some of this with the command prompt here. Again, we're going down to our containers. The web one should be running. We can open up the terminal window there and explore that. But it's for editing purposes, it's easier just to copy this index.html file from users here onto our desktop. So we're going to run that command here. We run this command. It copies it to C users, T Gibbons, and then we open up Notepad or something like that. And let's close this, we'd open that up. And again, we'd have to go to C, users, T Gibbons, and then index should be there. And that should be our website. And then you can edit that. We have that, this is our heading tag. And this is what's in between that. And this is what's our paragraph. So you kind of see, here's our header and here's our paragraph. I've deleted some of the other stuff here. This thank you is still there. And again, I save this. And I want to copy it back from Windows to my Docker container. And that's what this command does, is copy it back here. And then once it's copied back, I can refresh my page and I should see the changes on it. You want to find your files? Go to C, that first one, another one about that. Okay, and then go to users, and then to use, then scroll down now, and it should be back here. It's there. Okay. Kind of run document. So it's actually running in the background down here, so it's running right there. So you can just click on it in there. So again, it's kind of hiding there, but it's there. So that's why you're trying to get it. It's already running. So often it just runs all the time. Okay, so that's what it's at. So you run this whole command and you run out of Windows. Yeah, right. And you
Yes.
you see that command is actually it's actually one big long command, which is I'm surprised that that so you have to make sure you get this right to the Windows command prompt.
So I just close them and then I'll know where you were.
Just like. Oh.
I can hold that.
But then when you class out, it is.
I think it's funny, like, it is.
I'm going to show you quickly that you can do the same thing in on your Raspberry Pi. So I'm over on Raspberry Pi. I can run that same command here to download the server. Okay, it looks like my Raspberry Pi is having some network problems, so I'm just gonna go on with Windows here and come back and fix this. So for those of you who are want to go on to part 4, you just want to find some other container and download it. So there's a bunch of containers. You can go to hub.docker.com and look at some of these containers. here.
Sorry.
Some examples there's like a Python container, a Jupyter Notebooks one that just emulates the matrix pattern. There's one that tracks real-time aircraft, text-to-speech container. I haven't tried some of these, but these are just some ones you can try here. I think I'm going to maybe search for this one. Again, I can just look through these containers. Here, there's lots of different containers that do different things. I'm going to search for this one. And again, they should provide you with a command to start this container up and a command to download it to. You can download it first and then start it up, or you can just start up and it will download it automatically. So if I just run that command here, it should pull that image up and start running it. And it just displays a little pattern here. So again, find any Docker image you want, download it, and then run that also. And then if you get that all done, you should be good for the day here. So again, if you're running Raspberry Pi, it's not a Raspberry Pi. I ran into a permission error. I did find a solution here on Stack Overflow on how to change it. I posted that solution here. So if you, after installing that at the Docker, you're getting this permission error, you just have to create a Docker group. Mine was actually, my Pi already had a Docker group there, but I had to add my user to it with that command and then do this. And then I was able to download these images fine and run them. So. Okay, so your goal then for this lab is to get these 3 different Docker images to run on your in your window and submit screenshots of each one running. Hopefully that'll work out okay.